Hi, my name is Asher Zaksapinski, and I created SheetScan, an app, now available on the App Store, that allows beginner musicians to learn their music easier. I've been playing the clarinet since 4th grade, and since then, I've realized that learning music isn't one big challenge, but instead a bunch of small, frustrating hurdles. SheetScan tackles these hurdles so beginner musicians can advance quickly. In the following slides, I'll be going over exactly how SheetScan does this, from finding recordings to rhythm, tuning, and scales.
Let's start with one of the biggest challenges for beginners, finding good recordings of their music. Teachers often tell students to listen to online recordings to see how their pieces should sound, but online searches usually lead to low-quality, outdated videos. With SheetScan, you simply take a photo of your music and instantly get high-quality professional recordings to play along with. Here's a quick demo. As you can see, I just snap a photo of my sheet music. The app immediately starts processing the image to find recordings curated for my piece. This is especially helpful because when students search online, they rarely find recordings with their instrument in them. As you can see, SheetScan found a clarinet concerto for my scan solo. Behind the scenes, SheetScan uses the Google Vision API to read the text from your sheet music, the Grok API to interpret and verify this text, plus the YouTube Data API to pull the most accurate videos. I also built a Python ranking algorithm hosted on Railway that scores each video by title, composer, and length. So clarinet players, for example, see clarinet recordings first, not random saxophone covers. Once you have the right recording, the next challenge is staying on beat. Usually musicians will use a metronome to do this. For anyone unfamiliar, a metronome helps keep a steady tempo, kind of like a musical clock. The issue is traditional metronomes just click, with no great indication of the different subdivisions within a measure. This can make learning rhythm really confusing for beginners. Here's a video of what a normal metronome looks like. As you can see, there's no clear visual subdivision of where the beat is within the measure. Now, here's SheetScan's metronome. Each pulse lights up in real time, perfectly synced with the sound, so rhythm practice is effortless. Even complex rhythms like triplets or 16th notes stay perfectly timed. A regular metronome doesn't do any of this intuitive visualization. SheetScan's metronome is powered by Apple's AV Foundation for precise sound with 2 different tones for accented and irregular beats. Plus, it uses a dispatch source timer for microsecond level accuracy. All of this ensures that what you see and hear lines up perfectly. Learning how to tune correctly is another very common struggle among beginners. Tuning means adjusting your instrument so it plays the correct pitch. Beginners often know when they're out of tune, but they don't know how to correct it. This is because traditional tuners only show a needle. There's no clear guidance or feedback. Here's a video of a traditional online tuner. As you can see, the needle tells me that I'm sharp by moving to the right, but doesn't tell me how I can adjust my clarinet accordingly. Now, here's SheetScan's tuner. SheetScan's tuner goes further. It listens and gives clear instrument-specific advice, like push the barrel in or relax your embouchure. This is super helpful for beginners. The tuner runs on a custom tuner engine I built in Swift. It uses Apple's Accelerate framework for high-precision pitch detection and provides feedback for 17 different instruments and all the notes on those instruments. It even handles transposing instruments like saxophones and trumpets. Now, tuning is effective and intuitive. Finally, scales. Scales are the building blocks of music, but beginners often struggle to practice them efficiently. Students waste time flipping through scale books, guessing fingerings, or trying to remember which notes are sharp or flat for their instrument. With SheetScan, that frustration disappears. I've built complete scale charts for every band and orchestra instrument. All the sharps, flats, and fingerings are added automatically. You simply select your instrument and your customized scale sheet is ready to go. Here's a quick demo. Right now, I'm going to select clarinet 2 octave with fingerings. As you can see, the order and octave match up perfectly on the scale sheet. If I swipe to the last page, there is a full fingering chart included to help beginners if they are struggling with notes. Now, if I decide to change my instrument to an orchestra instrument, like viola for example, and plug in those same parameters, the scale transposes accordingly and has the fingerings right above the notes. This is exactly how a private teacher would write out fingerings for his or her orchestra students. This feature makes it much easier to learn proper finger placement without the extra guesswork. All of this works through a Python script I wrote that uses Lilypond, a professional music engraving engine. My script automatically adds accidentals, note labels, and verified fingering diagrams collected from real teachers and players.
With professional recordings, a visual metronome, an intelligent tuner, and automatic scale generation, SheetScan makes learning music easier and more enjoyable. Thank you so much for your time.